I feel pretty good. Even though we lost our first game, it's still okay. We can come back. We're playing against Phoenix in Phoenix, Arizona. The Suns, where Stoudemire, Nash, and Bledsoe used to be. Oh wait, Eric Bledsoe's still on the Suns. Oh wait.
Ready for action are the Suns. Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. It doesn't get any better than this. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And now
And my jersey.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Doris, thank you. And not surprising that shooting the ball well, an aspect of the game Coach wants his team to adhere to.
Well, everybody always wants to shoot the ball, Kevin, and that's pretty obvious. The key is getting yourself in position to do so. You got to move the ball, move your body, make sharp cuts, set good screens.
Well, Steve, you've just laid out how you need to get the good shots and the importance of good shot selection. It's really essential to being able to play a balanced game and an effective game.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. PJ Tucker comes in for Gerald Green, and it's Dragic in for Eric Bledsoe. And Steve and Clark, what do you make of his comments to the media after their last game?
You know, playing in your first game is an eye-opening experience, to say the least. I mean, everything moves 100% faster than anything you've been part of before. College and preseason help you prepare, but there's no substitute for the real thing.
No question, Clark. I remember going from preseason to the regular season. It was such a jump in intensity. It really started. Preseason's pretty simple, pretty easy. All of a sudden, the regular season starts and everybody's doing, as you said, 100% faster.
You know, before this recent streak, the last time the Suns went more than a season without making the playoffs was way back in 1988. Think just how long it's been for them not to be in the playoffs for more than a year. Wow, impressive.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Now, here's Joseph. The pass to Dia. The feed to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Joseph. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Kevin, I kept waiting for them to get back into that game. It seemed like they were capable of it, but it just never happened.
Well, I didn't see it, Steve. I mean, you had much more faith in them than I did. I didn't think they were showing any signs of life. We were watching the same thing, but perceiving it differently.
And the Suns making a change here. And this is checked in. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set. Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Now, here's Green. Just the dunk. 6 on the shot clock.
And miscues continue. That's their 5th of the game.
Yeah, not the way they wanted to start this game out. The turnover is really becoming a major issue here.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Last game for the Spurs, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas.
Yeah, their shooting percentage as a team in that game was in the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know, Clark.
Yeah, and it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. To get your shooting percentage that low, you almost have to do it on purpose. But what you need is a unique combination of missed shots and poor shot selection. That'll get you there.
Goran Dragic's the 45th pick out of Slovenia. Back in 2008, Clark, drafted by the Suns, and this is his second stint with Phoenix.
Yeah, you know, in his first 2.5 seasons with the Suns, he was learning under the mentorship of Steve Nash. That's a pretty good guy to learn from. And Dragic gives Nash a lot of credit for helping him learn how to succeed at the NBA level.
Here's Diaw. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Duncan kicks to Joseph.
Oh, it's good. Oh, come
As he
on.
misses, he'll go to the line and shoot two.
And for Dragic, his teammates had struggled to pronounce his name. Steve Nash actually the one who gave him the Dragon nickname, and he likes it. But the symbol of his hometown in Slovenia is actually a dragon, so he said it fits.
And for Dragic, he said he still remembers the sting of people calling him tragic as a young player in the NBA. Those days are long gone now. The way he torches defenses, the Dragon is one of the best nicknames in the league.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers. Ennis dishes to Tucker. He feeds it to Ennis. Bucket 6. Here's the block.
Phoenix.
1:33 left in the first quarter of the game.
Here.
Green passes to Bellinelli. Dish now to Joseph.
Maybe it won't.
Duncan down low. He's against Morris. Misses the lane. Phoenix leading by 13. Ennis kicks to Tolliver from outside the arc.
Alright.
So the Spurs will take it the other way. Joseph dishes to Duncan. Pass to Green. Feeds it to Joseph. He kicks to Bellinelli.
There,
From
give me
three-point
that
range.
assist.
Bellinelli's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Ennis Cantor. Is that Ennis Cantor?
Ennis with the ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one. They set the pick. The layup off target.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Outside, Green.
That's 2 fouls
There we go.
very early in this ballgame. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Marcus Morris is checked in for Tolliver. Gerald Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Goran Dragic. And Isaiah Thomas in for Ennis. Thomas. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Suns lead by 10. 2K Sports. Back in a moment here from the U.S. Airways Center.
yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter.
Only down by 10.
And from what we've
guys.
seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they've built the lead because
Come on,
not only have they
Bellinelli.
forced turnovers, but they've taken
He's
care
got
of the ball
3. I
themselves. So
thought that
that's a
was
winning
2.
combination.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, Joseph, he's in at point guard. Matt Bonner is out there with Splitter. There's Anderson, and it's Mills in at the 2. Plumlee, the pass to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Morris.
Oh, don't.
Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Morris has got himself
He scored a
with the
3 and
chip in
they
his
answered
first
back.
basket of the game. Spurs trail by 10.
Bad
And
pass.
Joseph kicks to Bonner. He dishes it to Joseph. He passes to Mills. Joseph. Here's the feed to Mills. Takes it to Joseph. The Spurs need to get a
Just
shot.
shoot it, Mel. Shoot it.
And too long on the shot.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
Green left side. Dishes it to Thomas. This one for three. The putback. And it's slammed in by Plumlee. And the Suns lead by 12.
No tip required when you got room to make the stuff.
There's some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
Splitter, that's good. And here's Bledsoe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And don't forget 4 blocks, so a huge game for him defensively as well.
Now, here is Morris. It's tipped.
Got it. Got the rebound.
And there's the pass to Mills. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe.
Oh, goodness.
That is his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Splitter. Joseph dishes to Joseph. Pass to Joseph.
This is to Joseph.
He feeds it to Joseph. He kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another key playoff.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Thanks, Kev. Bowler in the last game against the Mavericks had an off game. He chipped in his share of points, but he had just a really rough shooting night, and the rim seemed to have a lid on it for him. We'll see if the lid's been lifted here, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. And you know, even the best players have weak games, Clark. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Absolutely, but the difference comes in how do you respond. Do you get down and stay down and get in a slump, or do you bounce back, pop back like a jack in the box, become even stronger the next time?
Well, I would expect him to do just that, Clark. This is a guy who's very mentally tough. I would think he'll bounce right back and have a good one tonight.
Green, no luck.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. I can go back to a number of years where the #1 seed has had a tough time in its first round matchup, only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win.
Spurs trail by 13. Joseph, the pass to Leonard. There's the dish to Joseph. Back to Leonard. Pass to Joseph. Takes it out to Leonard.
Come on, 3.
Shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it. After the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterward. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level, and Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. Now here's Bledsoe.
Now, we don't want to lose 2 in a row.
The Suns need to get a shot off.
Come on.
Dragic gets the bucket.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
Let's start a
I
run.
agree, guys.
Let's start
Points add
a
up in a
run.
hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Here is Anderson. Dion, the screen. Now here's Joseph. Feeds it to Leonard. Puts one up.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing. Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Morris kicks to Thomas.
That rebound.
No
Good.
good. Empty that time from Leonard. Joseph with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Joseph dishes to Duncan. Spurs passing it around. Leonard kicks to Joseph. Passes it to Bellinelli. 4 on the clock. He dishes it to Leonard. They need this one. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 5.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing him. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
San Antonio making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Here's Bellinelli. Joseph, the pass to Duncan. From 11 feet away. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. He's got 8. Tim Duncan, Clark, one of the premier post practitioners in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a handful. Long, crafty, skilled, finish with either hand. I mean, he's got just about every shot.
There we go.
He needs to be effective down there.
That's all you need to do. You need to get skills.
Leonard dishes to Joseph. Splitter.
How's that a bad pass?
He passes it to Joseph. Leonard on the wing.
Oh, I didn't beat him.
The feed now to Bellinelli. Joseph. Splitter kicks to
See,
Joseph.
that was a good pass.
From beyond the arc. Dishes to Bellinelli. Kicks it to Joseph. And the pass to Splitter. He feeds it to Joseph. Now Bellinelli fires for 3. He's hauled in by Tolliver.
And Duncan evolving his game along with the Spurs offense. Now, as often as you see him posting up, he'll get his shots from pick and roll action or off quick cuts to the rim. He's got that kind of versatility. Let's take a look at Tim Duncan's numbers. Coming off an excellent season last year, 5th in blocks. He was also a top 10 rebounder last year, so a terrific season on the glass.
And how about that block shots per game average? I mean, he was one of the top 5 in that category, Steve.
Now, here's Goodwin. Pass to Tolliver. Here's the 3.
How can he
Get it to go.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Joseph, the pass to Bellinelli. He kicks it to Duncan. There's the dish to Joseph. Bellinelli. Connects
There
from
we go.
3-point range.
3 pointers.
Bellinelli's got 6.
Well, you just marvel at the versatility of Duncan. You know, he's able to play center, but can play next to another center and splitter, and still space the floor with that reliable face-up jumper. So quite a luxury for the Spurs, not just in his skill set, but his character and leadership. Hall of Fame caliber.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Come on, 3.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Suns leading by 17. Goodwin dishes to Thomas. There's the pick. Pass to Plumlee. Feeds to Goodwin.
Yeah, bad
Plumlee
pick.
sets the pick for Goodwin. From
come
deep, Thomas. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Upside Thomas. Puts it up.
Nope.
And he hits the jumper for 2. Thomas got 12 in the game. Spurs trailed by 19.
What?
The bounce. Phoenix takes possession. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th is Tim Duncan.
I think he cares more about shot blocking than any other element of his game, guys. Takes so much pride in it. That's why he was where he was on that list.
And that's a foul. Called on Baldwin. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Backing down is Bonner. Passes to Joseph. Off the run. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
The Phoenix Suns franchise with the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now.
I'll be right back.
Warren's checked in for Tolliver. Gerald Green comes in for B.J. Tucker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Isaiah Thomas. Dave kicks to Joseph. He dishes it to Dave. No good on the triple. When you look at the Suns 2 seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season back in 1968.
And at that time, their 3rd straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s, but boy, did they bounce back in a big way.
They were tough last year, you're right. Here is Bonner. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
Bledsoe passes to Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
Dake kicks to Green. Here's Joseph. Excellent D there for Bledsoe. Suns leading by 21. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, as you know, Kawhi Leonard is not one to boast. Coach Popovich is similar, but he doesn't mince words about Kawhi, saying he's phenomenal. He's improved quicker than any player we've ever had because he wants to be great. As time goes on, he's going to take over as the star of the show. Kevin, with a Finals MVP to his credit, we're already seeing signs.
You said it, Doris. Thank you. Here's Goodwin. After the basket by San Antonio. And there's the feed to Warren. A three-pointer off the mark.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
They didn't say it.
And it's Plumlee that time on the assist from Green. Plumlee's got 6 in the quarter.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Here's Joseph. Kicks it to Middle. Dishes it to Joseph.
Oh, come on. That's a good setup.
That really is range, and it's off target. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Suns on top.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The Sprint
both
halftime
are one.
report, presented by Sprint.
Can't we make a comeback?
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Thomas. He has 14 points and 4 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
And that's not a combination too many players are capable of either, guys.
Inside, it's Morris and Plumlee. Bledsoe is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Green in at the small forward. Who's out there for Phoenix. And that's a foul. Called on both.
5th foul.
That will be foul number 5 on him.
I said earlier I want to get fouled
Suns
out.
leading by 23.
Because this game is already over.
Plumlee sets the pick for Bledsoe. He passes to
Never know.
There's a good screen. Here's Thomas. An easy layup.
You know.
Thomas got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Suns. Here's Joseph. And a miss there on the triple.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
Miles Morris be buried on the bench in his rookie season with Indiana. But the Suns saw something in him, and they would not sign off on the Luis Scourge without Plumlee coming back in the deal.
Well, it was a good move on their part. Plumlee stepped into their starting center position, played very well, and has a bright future, really, in Phoenix because he fits right into what they're trying to do.
Spurs on defense after Eric Bledsoe's score. And that's a foul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, he'll make a walking shot.
Awesome. Another game. We're off to a bad start for the season. Who's the player in the game? Eric Bledsoe? No, Isaiah Thomas. Need to do better next game.
Obviously, the team didn't bring it tonight. How does the way you prepare for the next game change after a loss like this?
Well, it gives me some extra motivation, I know that much. And I hope the same is true for my teammates. Nobody in this league should ever feel good about losing like we did tonight. If I don't light a fire underneath every single player on this team, I'm going to be disappointed. But knowing these guys, I bet they're just as fired up as I am. And that means we're going to come out strong next game. You can count on that.
Alright, so next game we'll play against Atlanta and then Houston. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.